Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Get out my problems. Let me. When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
20! On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing now is Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Hey, Haywood!
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Aguilar has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Wentz now on 1st down. He's got it complete to Perkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Hey, shoot! I got you! Mike 48. Switch up!
Now Wentz. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Working from the gun. Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I got motion man. I got this. 53.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt Rule up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the Giants, Joe Judge. Any surprises in your mind?
Well, I think you start with Joe Judge going to the Giants, coming from New England, where he was the special teams coach for most of his career, and this season added wide receivers to his duties. Well regarded within the ranks of the NFL. Not much known about him to the outside world. It's kind of a reveal to everyone. Joe Judge, people will now get to know who he is, because most people thought Matt Rule was going to go to New York. He ends up in Carolina. And then, of course, Ron Rivera, he would have been a candidate for Dallas. He would have been a candidate for New York, as well as Washington. And Washington never let him out of the building. That was a big time.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 64 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 2nd down. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Here's Sanders. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 57 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Hey, Charlie!
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
53 is mine. You must be dreaming. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. It's complete to Snead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pass from Jackson complete to Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the tuck and run. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time. Wentz now on 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Jackson operating from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got it complete to Perkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This offense already 4 for 4 on 4th down conversions. They're going to try it again here on this 4th down. Wentz going to throw. Aguilar has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
I got you, boy.
Now Wentz again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53 is mine. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Yeah. Check the call, check the call. 53, check 53. Lost the pass.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. first and 10. It's Jackson buying time to his left. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To throw again on second down. Wentz toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl.